Andrew Zufalls, College of Dental Medicine. So my dad is a dentist. He's been a dentist for almost 30 years now. So for me, growing up, I grew up in the dentist office. Where some kids might have been afraid of the dentist was my dad, and so sitting in the dental chair, like playing a Game Boy or coloring in a coloring book, I just grew up really comfortable in the office. And so ultimately, I think it was my comfort with the profession from growing up in the office that kind of led me down that path. And seeing the lifestyle my dad has and the way he's able to help people and how he loves his job and loves going to work every day for the last 30 years made me think maybe it's something that I'd also love to do. What's really exciting is as I've started dental school, just in the last 5 or 10 years, my dad's office has really ramped up their interest in technology. So my learning of the technology is actually really closely correlated with his use of the technology. His office is kind of pushing on the cutting edge of dentistry as far as technology goes, which is really useful for me, because as I learn, my dad's learning, and we can kind of learn together and use the technology together.
Lindsay Zufalls, College of Veterinary Medicine. I grew up in Pescadero, California. It's a very small agricultural town on the coast, about 40 minutes north of Santa Cruz. I've always loved animals and medicine, and I really feel like God put me on this earth to become a veterinarian and to care for these creatures. When I was younger, I was fortunate enough that our local veterinarian lived right next door to my grandma's house. So she put a gate in the fence between their properties for me, and I spent most of my afternoons after school over there. So she really nurtured my desire to become a veterinarian.
Blake Zufalls, College of Osteopathic Medicine of the Pacific. I come from a big family. I grew up and raised in Redding, California, just north of Sacramento. I have 4 siblings, and mom and dad. My mother, the hardest job of all, was a stay-at-home mom for 5 kids. She had a full-time job and a half with us, and you learn to get along well with each other. And I think that's probably one of the biggest factors of why I wanted to pursue pediatrics was growing up with the big family. I loved it, and so I figured why not be able to help and work with families in my profession. I knew I wanted to be a DO because I saw the hands-on care and the holistic approach that one of my mentors provided his patients whenever I shadowed him, and he actually provided some treatment for me in my athletics and sports. He did a little bit of OMT, a little manipulation and whatnot, and I saw a lot of improvement through that, and so I knew that I wanted to be able to do that as well.
I met Andrew when we were at UC Davis. We were both sophomores. We met in our organic chemistry class. We had some mutual friends, and we just started hanging out together and studying. Studying didn't go very well, but out of it, I met my best friend, who turned into my husband. We got married 2 weeks after we graduated from Davis in June of 2014. When Andrew and I were considering our options for where to go to school, we knew that splitting up wasn't really an option. When we got married, we made the commitment to put each other before our dreams and make those sacrifices. So I made a spreadsheet of every veterinary school in the country, every dental school in the country, and did all the Google mapping and found out how far apart they were from each other. And WesternU was the only school in the country where you could have a dental and a veterinary school on the same campus.
I found out I got into WesternU, and I was so excited. It was my #1 choice. It's where I really wanted to go, and I just couldn't believe it. So I was just so thankful. And Lindsay, she got waitlisted, and then we had to wait a little while, and then finally we found out that she got in too. And so it was just like probably one of the best moments of our life when we found out we both got in. And we were just so thankful that we both had the opportunity to go here and go here together.
The goal was always that Andrew and I would come to school together. Like, that was the dream. And I had never in my wildest dreams thought that Blake would be here too, so it was definitely nothing I had ever considered. And when he started applying to medical school and we realized he would only be a year behind us, it was like amazing. We were like, Blake, you have to come to school. You have to do this with us. We will support you. Your life will be so much easier. And we were so excited because we love Blake. WesternU is the only school that Andrew, Blake, and I could have gone to school together, and it's pretty incredible that we can be pursuing such different careers. Human medicine, veterinary medicine, dentistry, but all be on the same campus, and it's really integrative because we're all studying, and we go home and we watch medical shows, and they're always jumping to diagnoses, and I'm jumping to them, and it's always a battle of who's gonna get it right. But it's pretty cool that we can all study this and learn everything together.
We moved to a new home so he could live with us, and the three of us were able to kind of pool our student loan resources to live together in a nice area and a nice home, and we're really thankful for that, that we get to have kind of a home together. And so I think it helped Blake having family down here already who could show him the best places to eat and the best places to go for a run, the best parks to take the dog to. It probably helped it make it feel a little bit more like home than moving to a brand new foreign place.
If we all get off at the same time, we like to try to prepare a meal together, kind of have like a family dinner, and just rewind and talk about each other's days, you know, what happened that was good, what happened that was bad, you know, frustrations or excitements of the day, and just kind of catch up and just support each other in that way. We do most everything together, and I think I'm just really blessed to have a great family in that way. We have one room that's designated as a study room, and we have 3 big desks that are all side by side, and so it's kind of fun in that way that we're all in it together, like quite literally. We're all just sitting next to each other studying, and we might have headphones on, listening to music or something, trying to have silence and focus, but just knowing on either side of you, you have a family member doing the same thing, studying, has been really, really nice.
WesternU is a really special place. I don't know anywhere else that 3 family members could pursue 3 different medical careers of very different backgrounds, animals, teeth, people, they're not really too similar, but they're all here together and they all kind of interconnect.